Hey everyone, Steve from 2 Minute Arcade here. So this is going to be a bit of a different style vid today. It's a random selection per usual, but we're just counting to see how many quarters this thing would cost for an entire playthrough. I actually pinned the entire playthrough video in the comments. So back in 1991, Namco dropped Starblade. It's a cinematic space shooter that apparently was way ahead of its time. You're in this ship called the Geosword, basically stopping some alien machine invasion before they wipe out Earth.
Located enemy flagship commander. Attack the port Geosword. I'll attack the Starblade. Over.
And the whole game plays from this first-person view where you're locking onto enemies and blasting everything coming your way.
Located enemy flagship commander.
Supposedly the presentation set this apart from other arcades. It felt like a movie, inspired by stuff like Star Wars. It had dramatic camera angles, cutscenes, and even an orchestral soundtrack, which was pretty wild for an arcade game back then. The arcade cabinet itself was crazy too. It used a mirror setup to give the illusion of depth, so it actually felt like you were flying through space. Gameplay-wise, you're not flying freely. You don't control the ship. It's like on invisible rails, hence why they call this a rail shooter. You do control the crosshairs, shooting enemies and projectiles, which protects your shield from decreasing. In my case, I am using a trackball with a button, and the arcade version had a flight yoke stick with, I assume, maybe a trigger.
All wing ships launch. Over. Mission accomplished. Return to base now. Warning. Sensors indicate large-scale warp reaction at 12 o'clock. Contact the surviving enemy fighters.
Even though it's not super long, it did make a huge impact. Starblade helped push 3D gaming forward and ended up influencing a lot of other classics that came after it. Overall, Starblade is one of those early 3D arcade games that would have been neat to jump in. It's still pretty cool to look back on. For me, I like the game overall. Cool story. Probably took 25 minutes to play it through. That was the first time. Half the time I wasn't really even sure where to shoot, so most likely that would advance the game to the next areas even sooner. This game did get ported to home consoles later on, Sega CD, PlayStation, and 3DO, but it didn't get much for positive feedback. Most people agreed that the arcade version was the best.
All wing ships launch. Over. The surviving enemy fighters. Located enemy flagship commander.
Unless you had several people competing for a high score. I could see how playing this all the way through at home on your PlayStation way back when would get boring after a few times. Anyway, thanks for watching.